Hey guys, and welcome back to a new round of State of Survival. Today we talk about what happens with upcoming hero generation 17 and some hero build-ups that are cross-generation. Be aware that generation 13 to 15 have all the same stats if you have not Tempest Arms on them. If you put them on and they have different levels, then you will see they have different stats. That is just due to Tempest Arms, but the base stats for generation 13 to 15 is the same. Generation 16 and 17 are a bit higher, but they also have the same stats. So if we check out, for example, Marcos, he's generation 16. That are his stats with Tempest Arms on top, so 3032, and that is Carlos 2707. That is for generation 15 to 16, and generation 13 to 15 same stats, generation 16 17 same stats. So as they have literally more or less the same stats inside those two brackets, the question comes, what are good setups, especially for those states in the 700s that gets 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 at once? So I will give you a short introduction to those, but be aware, if you want to check the details, there are various videos I will put down in the main description and comment. For each generation there are the skills described and explained and why we give certain recommendations. So from my eyes, one of the best recommendations is Chukon from generation 16 with Mia and Carlos or Marcos. Marcos has a huge disadvantage because his skill is RNG based. So once he can perform incredible good, and on the other side he can perform really bad. So Carlos is really sustainable in his performance. He's really great. Why I say Chukon and Mia? Because both have healing and shield, and Chukon cares about his infantry more himself and is more independent, and Mia with her skills, more detailed explained in generation 17 solo video, is caring about riders and hunters. So they work good together. Mia won't work good with Robert because Robert needs support in healing, as his skills are more focused on getting healed and increase the healing. So the second good setup, if you want to go for it, is more generation 15 based. That is Robert, that is Evelyn and Carlos again, or Marcos. Why I don't recommend Donald is because he is really easy to outperform from generation 17, because you just need Tempest Arms, Rising Valor, and you can counter heavily everything what Donald brings with him. So the second setup recommendation for those who can boost a lot is Robert with Evelyn and Carlos. As you see here, Carlos and Marcos are the hunters that are highly recommended. Another setup is Robbie. Robbie is a great infantry hero. His skills are really great, but he needs round preparation skills with him, and that is not within generation 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 the case. But he's really good, so there might be something within the Tempest Arms that will help you, but that is something you need to check. So Robbie, Maddie is a good combination, and putting on Carlos, because between Robbie and Marcos there's a small synergy, as well as that Maddie helps Marcos to be more sustainable in his damage output because she boosts the RNG skill to a really good part. Another setup that is really for free-to-play player, as you can boost Nicola really easy, as well as Maddie due to the past. And again, Marcos is a good sidekick of them. There are various other combinations, but I think that is a really good setup where you can work with. Robbie can be outplaced with Chukon as well, but be aware that Mia doesn't care about infantry healing, so that might be that Robbie is not that sustainable in his damage output, but beside that, he's a really good hero. So that are the combinations of hero we can give you. There's also a combination, if your opponent doesn't use Carlos, you can also use Donald, but that heavily depends on the Rising Valor your opponent uses, because then you can also use Larn in combination with Donald. But again, Donald has such easy outperformance by opponent, use next round, a lot of Rising Valors, and you will be smashed like nothing. So that is why we give those recommendations. I hope that will help you a bit about what is coming up for you, and some hero recommendation build-ups for easy work, but especially for those gen skipping states in the 700 states.